Hello fans of The Voice, AI Champo 8 here with your recap for last night's performance show for The Voice. So for the first time, we're basically going to include the group performances where they were done in the performance show last night. So first up was the first solo performance of the night, which was Judith Hill with hashtag That Power by will.i.am featuring Justin Bieber. This was an interesting switch for Judith, I gotta say, because none of the things that she's performed up to this point have been quite this type of style. Now this is not my type of style exactly, but I gotta say I definitely thought that Judith did a really good job on this one. Now I'm looking at Facebook and I've been looking at Facebook and I've been seeing a lot of haters on Judith. I don't know why. It seems like they think that just because she sung with Michael Jackson means she shouldn't be allowed in this competition or something. For anybody that thinks that that's a necessary criteria for judging whether they should go home or not, you're an idiot. So, I don't know. For anybody that thinks that's necessary, I don't know. It's stupid. But overall, I thought it was a really good performance, and hopefully she sticks around. So next up was Holly Tucker with Done by the band Perry. Overall, this was very nice. This was actually probably one of my favorite performances from Holly, just because there was more attitude, there was more power within the vocals. Actually, you know what? I disagree with that. I take back that statement. It wasn't that there was more power, because there was a lot of power overall in her other performances, but there was more of an oomph to it, like a rock edge, like an edge to it. And it felt very different. It felt really just up-tempo, very nice, very something that you just want to rock out to. And it was good to see Holly do that, because I didn't think Holly had that in her. Good to see her do that. Next up was the Swan Brothers with Seven Bridges Road by they said it was by the Eagles. Apparently the original version, I'm just looking now, was done by Steve Young, but the Eagles released a version of it about 11 years after it was released by Steve Young, and then it was released by the Eagles in 1980. I thought this was a very good song. Like, the two songs I've heard by the Eagles was Heartache Tonight and Hotel California. And I never heard this song before. This was very interesting, and I think, though I didn't like their song choice last week, I definitely liked their song choice a lot more this week, just because it felt very cool. It felt like a very chilled vibe to it, and I think we've seen several sides to them. We saw like the rocking outside, which was like last week, and then Fishing in the Dark in the first week. And we saw a sort of emotional vibe, which was the George Jones performance in the top 12 week. But I think this was an interesting vibe, because this was the first performance from them that was just like a chilled out vibe, and you could just basically chill, yeah. So I just realized when I was doing this performance that I actually missed one of the group performances was, because one of the group performances was before the Swan Brothers performed, which was the performance of Diamonds by Judith Hill, Michelle Chamuel, Sarah Simmons, and Sasha Allen. I thought that was very good. Diamonds is not like the type of song that I would listen to, but for the fact that it is a very popular and very current song, I think it was a good choice for them overall, and I think they did a good job with it. Then we had a solo performance, now going back to the solo, is where we left off, was Sasha Allen with Without You by Usher and David Guetta. I thought it was a very good song choice for her by Shakira. I thought it was pretty good. I think there was some good vocals in the beginning, and I think later on in the performance I felt like it got a little pitchy around some of the parts there. And I think sometimes Sasha kind of lets the vocals go a little out of control sometimes. This performance being an example of that. I'm not sure if America will completely get the feeling that she had from there, but I think the emotion behind it was very good. I gotta say, that was definitely a good part behind there. Was her emotion behind it? So next up was Sarah Simmons with Gautier's Somebody That I Used to Know. Now, I think probably everybody's heard this song by now. I know I have, and this was a very interesting version because it was kind of unique. It not only with the melody a little bit in parts, but with the parts with Sarah's vocals just made it kind of unique. I think obviously there was a certain amount of emotion there, and I hope it gets across to the voters to vote for her, but I am not sure that it will. That's the only thing I am sure. And obviously I was wrong about that with Holly last week, but I don't know. I feel like this won't. I just feel like this won't come across the voters. I've already seen on Facebook that it didn't to one person, so I'm not sure. Then next up was actually a group performance was placed right there actually, which was Amber, Danielle, Holly, and the Swan Brothers with Something More by Sugarland. Now honestly, I actually enjoyed this song choice actually a lot more than Diamonds. And overall I kind of enjoyed the performance a little more just because it didn't feel so much like an electronic vibe. Like Diamonds felt very electronic. I don't like that kind of style. I felt like this was more like just rocking out, having fun. It felt very good. Like a very good vibe. And overall, I think they all did an excellent job. And it felt just friendship-wise a chemistry there when they were performing. Like just a good chemistry. As far as friendship goes, a bit of a chemistry there, yeah. I don't know if chemistry was the right word for that. Somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I could have just used a completely wrong word on that one. Alright, let's get past that. Alright, so next was Michelle Samuel with Grenade by Bruno Mars. I thought it was amazing because this song was kind of stripped down in parts of it, like just it was very soulful. It was a very soulful rendition of it. You could see the emotion coming from Michelle, which was great to see. And I actually feel like this was the most emotion that she has given in the performances since the live show started. And overall, not only that, but I think it created for her best performance so far. My personal favorite. I don't know about everybody else, but this was my personal favorite of Michelle so far. And won the best of the night. So next up was Danielle with Grandpa Tell Me About the Good Old Days by the Judds. So never heard this song before, but overall there was something, the one thing about Danielle's performance that I liked was that it was the one performance of the night where I felt like I wasn't even like looking for specific things that were wrong with the performance, but it was just like it was easy to get lost in the music, listening to it, and I think that's what you should try to do with your music is just get people to really just listen to the music, just chill out, and even then you sort of got the meaning from it also, just because of her whole story about never really having a grandfather in her life. So you got the story, and you also got the fact that you could just get lost in the music, and I think that creates for a perfect combination right there. Then last up was Amber with Adele's Skyfall. Now this was a ballsy song choice, if I must say that. It was just ballsy. I don't even know what to say about that or not. But really, I gotta say, I was saying during her rehearsal video, if she nails this song, Amber will be in the finale. And you know what? As Randy would say on American Idol, Amber is in it to win it tonight. That was phenomenal. And she did it very well. And you know what? I truly believe that Amber will be in the final three. I truly believe that. We will see what happens, though. I gotta say, I have two or three people that I really believe can win at this point. Amber and Michelle, I really believe, have a good shot at winning this thing, but I think Danielle also has a good shot. We'll see. I think it could be those three in the end, but we'll see what happens. If you disagree with any comments on this video, please comment in the comment section below this video. Enjoy watching the results show tonight, and I must give my predictions, which I almost forgot to give. My predictions to go home, I would say probably Sarah Simmons, I think, would be going home. And I'm sort of flip-flopping between the other one. Like, I originally said the Swan Brothers, but for the fact that they're the last male act left in the competition, I don't feel like they would go just yet. Then we look at Sasha being Shakira's last one. So I don't know if she would go quite yet. So maybe it would be Holly. Just based on the probability issues. But you know what? It should be interesting tonight. Enjoy the results show and have a good one.